Global Foundation to Upgrade Underserved Primary and Secondary Schools is a 501c3 international profit organization located in the state of Ohio. The 21st Century School was founded, developed, and funded by the current CEO, Caleb Page, to address the gap in the science, technology, engineering, and math, defined as STEM. This STEM gap affects predominantly the underrepresented ethnic children in urban primary schools, K through 8. The 21st Century Science Center shall be part of the urban public school system and operates as a science hub. It will serve the underserved primary schools K through 8 in the urban areas with an approximate 10-mile radius. The 21st Century School will provide instructions in science, math, and use of the computer for their development. The children in the urban schools will be taught the fundamental of computer programming and coding application. The availability and the diversity of the subject taught will reduce infrastructure costs and allow the dissemination of classroom instructions to different urban schools. Children may walk to the school or driven by the bus. The children will be taught by the highly qualified teaching staff of science, mathematics, computer science. Additionally, the principal and staff of the various participating schools can work collaboratively to maintain and upgrade the quality of the STEM program being offered. To address the STEM gap, we must provide opportunities for these deserving children at a very early age to be excited about science and technology. The 21st Century Science Center is designed to do just that. I will take you on a tour of the facility for children in the proposed primary schools for underserved youth. The 21st Century School will be a standalone urban science center hub. The 21st Century School will be powered either by solar energy or by conventional electric power sources, or a combination of both, whatever methods is most cost-effective. The roof is configured to provide skylights for natural lighting, which will aid in the child's alertness, attention, and comfort. The 21st Century Science Center shall consist of the following areas: Teachers and Staff Conference Room, Math and Computer Training Classroom, Science Classrooms. Teachers can perform limited science demonstrations in the classroom. A science laboratory where children and teachers can perform experiments, a library and media center, a recreation center, children's creativity classroom, astronomy, an introduction to the use of the telescopes to gain their interest in astronomy, the children and staff toilet and restroom facilities, teachers and staff conference room. Let's first take a tour of the teachers and staff conference room. Here, teachers will collaborate on the plan for the day, prepare schemes of work, and prepare and go over lesson plans for their classroom instruction. Teachers will influence curriculum changes and come up with resourceful decisions. They will have their coffee and do their grading of the children's work with no disruption. They will have regular meetings with their counterparts, air their grievances, and offer support to each other. They will discuss issues or share experiences that they encountered during the day and how they handled the situation. They will also seek feedback on the way challenges were handled. The administrators will be present and available to the staff when required. The school will have multi-classrooms which provide math and computer and science instructions for grade levels K through 8. The 21st Century Science Center will have 7 classrooms, 3 each of the computer and math and the science classrooms labeled 1A, 2A, 3A, and 1B, 2B, 3B respectively, and a creativity classroom for K through 3. There is an extra classroom, 4-XXX, for future expansion. A scheduling application for the multi-classroom schedules has been developed for a 6.5-hour day. Classes shall be at 45 to 60 minutes and class size of 20 to 25. First, let's take a tour of the math and computer and the science classrooms, and then other areas of the science center. Math and computer training classroom. We are on our way to the math and computer training classrooms. The math and computer training classrooms provide supportive environments for children to learn mathematics and use of the computer. Here, the children are taught at a very early age to use the computer to find information on the internet that will be beneficial to their learning outcomes. They will, with the use of smartboards, improve their skills in reading and arithmetic. Alternatively, the children may use personalized interactive whiteboards on tablets instead of one large electronic whiteboard. The children will research various topics assigned by the teacher for class projects. They will be exposed to fundamental elements of mathematics, which will prepare them as future engineers, scientists, and technicians in the 21st century. They will use computers to practice instructions given by their teachers, hence developing into being logical thinkers and problem solvers. The children will be taught to write an elementary coding application, which will prepare them for writing more complex coding applications in the future. A good background in computers will spark their interest in information communication technology, ICT, as they progress. Photos of very outstanding Black scientists and inventors worldwide with similar backgrounds as the children are displayed for the children to view. The photo displays of Black scientists and inventors are shown throughout the science complex. The photo displays will elevate the confidence of African American children, as well as Africans, children of the diaspora, and Hispanics in their capabilities. Science classrooms. Our next stop is the science classroom. Here, the children with the use of smartboards will be able to improve their skills in reading and in the sciences, physics, chemistry, general science, environmental and agricultural sciences, biological sciences, etc. The children will be able to view various scientific experiments on videos on smartboards and duplicate them in laboratory exercises. The classroom will provide an effective environment where students will model skills in scientific inquiry, curiosity, skepticism, and openness to new ideas. The children will also learn about the natural world and the scientific knowledge needed to understand scientific principles. The classroom will have enough space that will allow students to work in groups on various tasks assigned by the teachers. Available space in the science classroom will be provided to allow teachers to demonstrate safe and simple experiments. Science laboratory. Our next stop is the science laboratory. The science laboratory is where the children will formally perform various science experiments, build simple electrical circuits, study the behavior of bar magnets, understand weights and measures, understand gravity, understand buoyancy and density, the light spectrum that makes up the rainbow and principles of light reflection, refraction and diffraction, etc., and many more experiments. The children will have access to 3D printing, which allows them to make the objects of their choice. The children will work with microscopes to observe how materials that make up our universe are formed and draw their conclusion. They will also work with safe chemical compounds and observe as safely as possible how the chemical reactions take place. The children will be provided with outfits necessary to maintain a safe environment. The children will work with each other as teams or collaboratively as groups to solve problems. The laboratory shall have adequate storage spaces for both chemical, non-chemical equipment, and devices for the children to use to perform experiments in different areas of science. The storage spaces shall be labeled. Library and Media Center. Let's take a walk over to the Library and Media Center. The school library and media center are integral to the teaching and learning process. It facilitates the work of the classroom teacher and ensures each student has equitable access to resources. The Library and Media Center is to be a place of observation, reading, and exploration of ideas, a place for short films on science experiments and exploration of the planetary system on video, a place where we will display various scientific models, for instance, the skeletal system of the human body, the pulmonary system, which shows the flow of blood throughout the human body, and much more. The displays could either be holographic views or actual models. The children will have access to a variety of books on science and technology. Again, we have displayed a partial list of Black scientists and inventors who have contributed immensely to the development of our economy and other countries. Children's Creativity Classroom. We are now on our way to the Children's Creativity Classroom. Creativity Classroom will inspire students to become curious, engaged, and interested in the world around them and within themselves. Here, children K through 3 will work with Legos and other building blocks to build simple structures or shapes of different forms. Legos and other building blocks let children see the world and things in their way, a non-conforming approach to the way of doing things. Legos, as well as other building blocks, provide unique building systems that encourage children to give forms or expressions to their wildest ideas in the most rigorous ways. Most children love to build things and then bring them to life through play, or adding things to them to give some effects. It is a part of their creativity. Keeping the flame of creativity in childhood will help drive innovation and invention in our society. Recreation Center. Now let's go to the Recreation Center. The Recreation Center is a multi-purpose center. It is the place where children gather to do homework, to use the computer for research, to have group discussions, to celebrate an event for various uses as the principal and teachers deem necessary. Engineering and science models are displayed for the children to view and play with. Again, these displays could either be holographic views or actual models on displays. Telescope. Our final stop is a look at the telescope. The telescope is a means for the children to start understanding the complex universe and the Earth they live in. They will be able to look at the Sun, Moon, and perhaps planets like Jupiter and Saturn. Children will also see deep sky objects like galaxies, nebulae, and star clusters. We will also see fine planetary details like craters, rills, and mountains. We could see an astronomer in the making. Appeal for donation. Our dreams and aspirations for these young boys and girls will only be possible with your contribution and support. So please go to our website at www.everychildcanachieve.org to see what we are doing and contribute to this worthy cause.